My name is Sky, and I worked my tail off for 7 years to become the youngest senior product manager at Tech Venture Solutions. But according to my Aunt Linda, I only got the position because the company felt sorry for me. Sky, congratulations on the promotion, my colleague Marcus said, catching me in the hallway. But I have to ask you something awkward. Your aunt's been posting some stuff on Facebook. What kind of stuff? I asked, though dread was already pooling in my stomach. She's telling people you only got promoted because of diversity quotas, Marcus said carefully, and that the company felt bad about your situation growing up. My situation? I grew up perfectly normal. What is she talking about? That's what I thought, Marcus replied. She's also commenting on LinkedIn posts about nepotism in tech, heavily implying you're a prime example. I pulled out my phone and started scrolling. There it was. Aunt Linda's comments on every single post about my promotion from Tech Venture's official page. So proud of my niece. Even though we all know she had some extra help getting there, not everyone has it easy. Amazing what diversity initiatives can do these days. Happy for Sky, though. My hands were shaking. Why would she do this? I don't know, Marcus said, but it's getting traction. People are starting to ask questions. That evening, my mom called. Sky, honey, what's going on with Linda? You've seen it too? She told Grandma you only got the job because they needed to meet quotas, Mom said, her voice tight with anger. She said you admitted it to her privately. Grandma's been calling everyone in the family. I never said anything like that to her. Mom, I earned this position. I've been working 100-hour weeks. I launched 3 major products. I know you did, sweetheart. But Linda's telling everyone you're in over your head and you're about to fail spectacularly. She's saying the company's going to regret their pity hire. Why is she doing this? I asked, my voice breaking. Jealousy, Mom said simply. She's been stuck in middle management for 15 years, while you just leapfrogged her entire career trajectory. She can't handle it. The next day, my director, Sarah, called me into her office. Sky, we need to talk about some rumors going around. I know, I said. My aunt's been spreading lies about how I got this position. It's affecting your credibility, Sarah said gently. I've had 3 clients ask me if it's true that you were a diversity hire. One of them requested a different product lead. Sarah, you know my work. You've seen what I've accomplished. I do know, and I vouched for you, she replied. But we need to handle this carefully. Do you know why she's doing this? She's jealous. She applied for a senior role at her company 5 times and got rejected every time. Now she's watching me succeed and she can't stand it. Sarah leaned back in her chair. Well, she's causing real damage to your reputation. You might want to consider legal action. 2 weeks later, Aunt Linda lost her job. The company she worked for was downsizing, and her department was eliminated. I heard about it through the family grapevine before she reached out. When my phone rang showing her name, I almost didn't answer, but something told me to record the call. I hit record and answered. Sky! Oh, thank God you picked up, Linda said, her voice syrupy sweet. How are you, honey? I'm fine, Linda. What do you need? Well, I'm sure you heard about my unfortunate situation at work, she said. These corporate restructures are so unfair, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Listen, sweetie, I was hoping you could help me out. You're so well connected at Tech Venture now, and I know they're hiring. Could you put in a good word for me? Maybe even get me an interview? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You want me to help you get a job at my company? You're family, Sky. Family helps family, right? Besides, with your position, I'm sure you have a lot of influence. You could really make this happen for me. Linda, do you remember what you've been posting about me online? There was a pause. Oh, that! Honey, I was just joking around. You know I didn't mean anything by it. You told everyone I only got my job because of diversity quotas. I was just teasing. You're so sensitive, she laughed nervously. Come on, Sky. I really need this. I've got bills to pay, and I know you can make one phone call and get me in. That's how these things work, right? Connections matter more than qualifications anyway. So you do believe that's how I got my job? What? No, I never said that. Linda backpedaled. Look, I'm desperate here. Can you help me or not? Send me your resume, I said. I'll see what I can do. Oh, thank you. Thank you, she gushed. I knew I could count on you, Sky. You're such a sweetheart. And hey, maybe once I'm there, I could mentor you. I've got so much more experience than you do. I hung up and immediately called Marcus. You're not going to believe this. Try me, he said. Linda just asked me to get her a job here. After everything she said about me. You're kidding. I recorded the whole call, I said. She basically admitted that she thinks positions here are handed out based on connections, not merit. The same thing she accused me of. What are you going to do? Marcus asked. I'm going to let her dig herself deeper. She sent me her resume. I forwarded it to Sarah with a note explaining the situation. Over the next week, Linda called me 6 times. Each time she got more desperate and more revealing. Sky, have you talked to anyone yet? I've been applying everywhere, but I'm not hearing back. You know how hard it is for women our age in tech. That's why I need your help. You've got that young, diverse appeal that companies love right now. Are you saying that's the only reason companies would hire me? No. I'm saying you can use it to your advantage. Look, just tell them I'm your aunt and they'll hire me to keep you happy. That's how corporate politics works. Linda, do you actually think I'm qualified for my position? Of course you are. Well, I mean, you'll grow into it. You're still learning, obviously. That's why it would be great to have someone like me there to guide you. Someone with real experience. I recorded every call, every single one where she contradicted herself, where she revealed her true beliefs about my competence, where she exposed her own desperation and hypocrisy. 2 weeks after Linda's first call, my mom organized a family dinner. Linda showed up, all smiles, clearly expecting me to announce good news about her job prospects. So, Sky, she said loudly enough for everyone to hear, have you had a chance to talk to your bosses about me? Actually, Linda, I have, I said. Can we talk privately? Her face lit up. Of course. Oh, this is so exciting. We stepped into my mom's study and I closed the door. Marcus was already there. I'd asked him to join as a witness. Who's this? Linda asked, her smile faltering. This is Marcus Chen. He's an attorney and my colleague at TechVenture, I said. He's here to witness this conversation. Witness? Sky, what's going on? I pulled out my phone and opened the recordings. Linda, over the past month, you've called me 6 times asking for my help getting a job. I recorded every single call. Her face went pale. You recorded me? That's illegal. Actually, it's not, Marcus interjected. This is a one-party consent state. Sky was legally entitled to record your conversations. Linda, I continued, I'm going to play these recordings at dinner tonight. Everyone in our family is going to hear you admit that you think I only got my job through connections and quotas. They're going to hear you ask me to use those same supposed tactics to get you hired. They're going to hear you call me unqualified while begging for my help. You can't do that. Sky, please, I'm sorry. I was just stressed about losing my job. I didn't mean any of it. Which part didn't you mean? I asked coldly. The part where you told everyone I was a pity hire? The part where you damaged my professional reputation? Or the part where you asked me to leverage my diverse appeal to get you a job? I'll delete everything. I'll post an apology right now, she said frantically. Too late. I've already taken screenshots of everything you posted. I've documented every comment, every message, every lie you spread about me. Marcus stepped forward. Miss Peterson, my firm has prepared a cease and desist letter. You're to immediately stop making any false statements about Sky Martinez, both online and in person. You're also required to post a public retraction and apology. And if I don't? Linda asked, her voice barely a whisper. Then we file a defamation lawsuit, I said. I've got testimony from my director about lost business. I've got documented evidence of your false statements. I've got recordings of you admitting your real motivations. You're really going to do this to family? You started this war, Linda. I'm just finishing it. We walked back out to the dining room where my parents, Uncle Tom, grandmother, and 3 cousins were waiting. Everyone, I said, I need you to hear something. I played the recordings, all of them. Every contradictory statement, every backhand compliment, every admission of her true beliefs. The room was silent, except for Linda's voice coming through the speaker, degrading me while simultaneously begging for my help. When I finished, my grandmother looked at Linda with disgust. "How could you?" "Mom, I can explain," Linda started. "You told me Sky admitted to being unqualified," Grandma said, her voice shaking. "You made me doubt my own granddaughter's accomplishments." "Linda," my Uncle Tom said, his voice hard, "I think you should leave." Linda signed the cease and desist the next day. She posted a public apology on Facebook and LinkedIn, admitting she had spread false information about me out of jealousy. The post stayed up for 30 days as required by the agreement. But the consequences didn't end there. "Sky, you need to see this," Marcus said, calling me a week later. Linda's former company found out about the defamation issue. Apparently, she'd been spreading similar rumors about her own colleagues. They're not giving her a recommendation for any future positions. "How did they find out?" I asked. Her former manager is connected to Sarah on LinkedIn. Small world in tech. Word travels fast about people who create toxic work environments. Over the next month, I watched Linda's job search fail spectacularly. Every company she applied to eventually found the recordings and the public apology through basic background searches. Her reputation in the industry was destroyed. Not by me, but by her own words and actions coming to light. My mom told me Linda had approached her asking me to call off the dogs and help rehabilitate her image. "What did you tell her?" I asked. "I told her she made her bed," Mom replied. "She tried to tear you down when you were succeeding. She spread lies that could have ruined your career. She doesn't get to ask for mercy now." My grandmother cut Linda off financially. She'd been helping with Linda's mortgage payments, but after seeing how Linda had tried to sabotage me, Grandma redirected that money into a trust fund for my future. Uncle Tom stopped inviting Linda to family events. At work, Sarah called me into her office with good news. "Those clients who requested a different product lead, they've asked specifically for you now. Your professionalism in handling this situation impressed them. They said anyone who can document, strategize, and resolve a personal attack like this would be excellent at crisis management." "Really?" I asked, surprised. "Really? You've actually strengthened your reputation by how you handled this. You didn't get emotional. You didn't retaliate inappropriately. You built a case and let the truth speak for itself. That's exactly what we need in leadership." 6 months later, I heard Linda had moved to a different state, taking a position well below her previous level at a small company. She'd lost everything: her career trajectory, her family's respect, her reputation, and her sense of superiority over me. I wish I could say I felt bad for her, but I didn't. She'd tried to destroy what I'd worked so hard to build, all because she couldn't handle her own failures. She'd wanted to drag me down instead of lifting herself up. Marcus and I still grab coffee every week. He always jokes that I should consider law school with how well I documented everything. But I'm happy where I am, thriving in a career I earned through actual hard work, surrounded by people who respect my abilities, and finally free from someone who tried to poison my success with her own insecurities. The truth is, revenge isn't about hurting someone back. It's about making sure they face appropriate consequences for their actions. Linda didn't lose everything because I was vengeful. She lost everything because she revealed who she truly was, and people responded accordingly. Have you ever had a family member try to sabotage your success out of jealousy? What would you have done in my situation? Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.